Hey, welcome to day 3 of WordPress Summer School. I'm really glad you're here. Today we're going to talk about consistent branding on your website, specifically how to keep a consistent color scheme or color palette throughout your website easily. One benefit to having your own website is that you can control everything about the user experience. You get to really implement your branding in full force with your logo, with your style, which can include your fonts and your color palette. So you can keep everything really consistent throughout your entire website to create a really strong brand and experience for your visitors. Now, this is really important because people become familiar with your branding. So they'll start to recognize this specific shade of a color, and they'll begin to recognize graphics that are in your style if you keep it very consistent. Sometimes it can be a little bit tricky to keep everything consistent on your website. So when you pick out your color scheme for your branding, you would have all of these different colors, and what you can do is look up the hex code, which is like a 6-digit alphanumeric code. So it's basically consisting of 6 digits, either numbers or the letters A through F. And it's kind of just a jumble of these letters, and that code is what tells the browser what color something should be. So you can assign this hex code to different text on your site, or if you want to have like a background that is a color or a color block, you want to know those hex codes. But it can be kind of a pain in the butt. So in the way that I've done it in the past is have like a text document that I've saved somewhere on my computer that has all of these hex codes, like a cheat sheet. But that's kind of a pain because then every time you want to update something on your site and you want to use these colors, you have to go find that file and look it up again, either copy and paste it, or look on the one screen and then type it onto the other. So it can be a little bit of a pain to do it that way. That's the way I've done it in the past. But now I have found a new way that keeps it really handy for you. So I'm going to show you how to do this on your site. I'm going to do a screen share and show you exactly how to keep the branding colors consistent on your website. The tool that I'm going to be using to save this color palette for future reference and be able to access it again and again consistently throughout your site is called Beaver Builder. Beaver Builder is a WordPress plugin, and it is meant to be a page builder. So there are multiple page builder plugins available to you. I personally love, use, recommend, and praise Beaver Builder. There is a free version of Beaver Builder available, so you can download that right inside of your WordPress dashboard by going to plugins and add your new plugin. Or there are also paid versions of Beaver Builder. There's a few different licensing options. If you decide to go with the paid levels, like Standard, which is $99, or the Pro, which also adds on the theme, you would get the theme included. I think that you'll find that this trick is going to be even more important to know if you have the paid versions, but it still is applicable if you're going to use the free version. I'm going to switch over to showing you my screen and explain what I'm talking about. Here is the plugin page for Beaver Builder on the WordPress.org website. So this is the free level of Beaver Builder that you can download onto your site. This is where you can learn a little bit more about Beaver Builder and what it does. I highly, highly recommend it. It saves me so much time when I'm building a website, and it really makes building a lot more fun and more visual. It really eliminates the need to know a lot of code, and it allows you to create much more complex layouts when you are adding content to your pages. So here's, the statistics and data for it. It was last updated a week ago. There are over 300,000 active installs, and it has a rating of 5 stars. it's just a really great plugin. So you might want to go to wordpress.org/plugins and go ahead and search for it and find out more. But I think the real place to learn about Beaver Builder and what it can do for you is to go to the Beaver Builder website, wpbeaverbuilder.com. Here you can see exactly all of the options and features available and really see what you can build. It just takes WordPress to a whole different level because out of the box, it is a little bit more limited in what you can create. And the thing about Beaver Builder I really like is that it works with any theme. So a lot of times a theme will have a page builder type application built right into it. Like, you have no choice when it comes to your page builder. And I really highly advise that you do not pick a theme that is attached to a specific page builder. Choose a theme that does not have a page builder built in and then use Beaver Builder because it is a really, really great plugin. The cool thing about their website is you can go choose to do a demo. So if you click on demo, it's going to give you an option to choose between the page builder plugin, or you can actually do a test drive on the theme. So I mentioned earlier that there are a couple different pricing options. The standard version is the most affordable, but it does not come with the theme. I really like the theme. Really the main difference between the paid version of Beaver Builder plugin and the free version is being able to have access to all of these premium modules and templates. That's where the real magic of Beaver Builder is. If you also want to have a very, very customizable theme, then I do recommend that maybe you just go with the Pro and then you will get the plugin and the theme. Like I said, you can test drive both here. You cannot purchase the theme like individually. It comes bundled in this package. You do want to keep that in mind. All right, now let's go to our website and give it a test drive. Now remember, the way that you would install the free version to just start playing with it, you can go to plugins, add new, and this is where you will search. And you will find the Beaver Builder plugin here. Now, I'm not going to install it because I actually already have it installed. And the way that you would start using the plugin is you can use it on pages or posts. So let's say we're going to go ahead and create a new page. And let's call this page Beaver Builder Test. Now, the way that you access the Beaver Builder is by choosing this tab called Page Builder. So the way that WordPress typically works is this is where you would type all of the page content for your site. You can add your images in here. You can add images through the insert media. You can, make things into headings. You can format your text different ways, but it is a little bit limited in terms of design options. So that's why it's really beneficial to have this page builder. Now, I don't want to make this whole video specifically about all of the features of Beaver Builder and why I love it, because we could go on and on forever, but there is one really cool feature in here that I want to show you, and that is if you were going to be adding content onto your page, you can go ahead and add new content. This is stuff on your page. Now let's go ahead and save, and we can, rearrange things the way we want. But let's say maybe you want to add some color. Let's say you want this section to have a background color. You can click on the row settings, and this is where it allows you to have some text and color options. Now, normally what you would do is you might copy and paste your hex code into this little thing, or you might decide you're gonna just kind of pick a color on a whim, which I don't recommend, but it can be hard to get the exact hue that you want so that it's very, very consistent. You want it to be the exact same color across your entire website. The really cool feature that I love about Beaver Builder are the color presets. This is where the gold is. If you click on here, you can add colors to your color presets. So let's say that we want to add this teal color of my logo into my presets because it's not in here right now. So I actually have this neat browser extension called Colorzilla. I am using the Chrome browser right now, by the way. And you can click on it and then hover over color on your site, and it will tell you what the code is. So once we get a good sample, it's going to copy that code onto our clipboard, and now we can paste it right in here. Once you get the color in here, click this little plus, and that will be added as a color preset. And you can delete color presets simply by clicking the little X. So if we want to get rid of these so that we're very, very consistent. Now, anytime on our site we want to use that color, if we're using some type of Beaver Builder function where they give you this color dropper, you can access it from this preset color panel. That makes picking up the same colors throughout your site really, really handy. So I made the text that color, but we just talked about making the background that color. So you can choose background. You could make a photo background, but we'll go ahead and do color. And like I said, now that we've done this, it's in our presets and we can keep it. So maybe we'll want white since that teal is kind of a darker color. So there you go. That is one way to keep consistent colors throughout your website. Like I said, the other way would be to keep a text document somewhere on your site, and you could just keep like a little cheat sheet of all of your color codes within this text document and just save it somewhere handy so you can access it in the future. And another tip that you might want to take advantage of is using the Colorzilla eyedropper tool. And this actually does remember colors that you've picked in the past. So there is a color history, and that is also handy if you tend to be trying to reference the same colors over and over again. It will remember your colors that you've picked in the past. All right, there you have it. That is how you can keep consistent brand colors throughout your website easily by saving them as color presets in Beaver Builder. So again, in order to do this, you do need to install the Beaver Builder plugin on your website, and you can either go with the free version and download it right from the plugin directory by going to plugins, add new, searching and installing, as I showed you in the video. Or you can go to the Beaver Builder website and purchase the paid version, and then you will have access to all of the premium modules, and there are a lot more opportunities to use that little trick because many of the different modules have that color picker, so you will be able to always use those colors throughout your website. That's it for today's lesson, and I can't wait to see you in here tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to explain how to create a form and embed it onto your website. See ya!